Hey, what's up? This is Ben from WODprep, where we help you RX more workouts. And in today's video, I'm gonna help you get your best score possible on CrossFit Benchmark Workout Grace. Grace is 30 clean and jerks for time. We're gonna talk about all the details about how you can get your best score possible on this workout. We're gonna talk about scaling suggestions, and we're also gonna talk about the exact strategy that can help you unlock your true performance. So before we get into that, be sure to go to WODprep.com if you are a master's athlete looking to improve your standing in the open or just improve your overall skills, or if you are a general athlete that's looking for help on all of those movements that are really difficult to RX in CrossFit. Go to WODprep.com and we have training courses that are designed to help you level up your CrossFit potential, 100% guaranteed. So in this video, I'm gonna go over the overall strategy. I'm going to break down the specific techniques that you should use for the clean and the jerk, and then I'm going to reveal my favorite strategy that will help you get your best score possible on Grace. So first, let's talk about the workout. Grace is a old school CrossFit benchmark workout. It's 30 reps for time of a clean and jerk at 135 pounds for the male division and 95 pounds for the female division. When we say clean and jerks, there are several different options here. The standard is the barbell needs to start on the floor. It must touch your shoulders at some point and then go overhead into a full lockout position. Arms fully locked out, feet together, not staggered or anything. So you can't snatch the bar overhead. It's not a ground to overhead. It is simply a clean into a jerk. Now, when we talk about the clean and jerk, for the most part in this video, we are going to suggest and recommend a power clean into some sort of push jerk or maybe even a split jerk if you must. But just know that this workout does not mean that you have to do a full clean. So you do not need to squat all the way below parallel, and you do not need to do any sort of split jerk or anything like that. In technicality, based on the standards that CrossFit has released, you are allowed to do a muscle clean into a strict press if you really wanted. Really, the barbell just needs to touch your shoulders and then go directly overhead. Obviously, it goes without saying, in between each rep, we need to have the bar touch the ground. So both plates need to touch the ground before we can go back overhead. You can't just bring it to the hang and go straight back up. You need to go all the way down, all the way up, and that is what constitutes a clean and jerk in this workout. So now that we've talked about the standards of movements, how should you approach this workout? Well, it's all about the stimulus. Whenever we're approaching a CrossFit workout, especially a benchmark workout, we need to ask ourselves, how are we supposed to feel at the end of the workout? How are we supposed to attack the workout? Well, ladies and gentlemen, this workout, Grace, is a sprint. That means if you do not complete the workout in under 5 or 6 minutes, maybe 7 if you're pushing it, then technically it's not really a sprint. So with that being said, as we go through the different suggestions for the clean and the jerk, just remember, if your clean and jerk ends up looking something like this, then you probably need to scale down. Chances are, with something like this, you are not going to be executing 30 clean and jerks in anywhere near that 5 or 6 minute time cap. So scale down the weights accordingly so that you can do nice, smooth clean and jerks and be able to finish well below the time cap. Remember, it is an all-out sprint. As long as we're not sacrificing form and risking injury, we should be moving as quickly as possible so that we can get that stimulus of the workout, which again is supposed to be an all-out sprint. There are some people, shout out to my main man, Dan Bailey. He has, I think, a time on this workout that's just over the 60-second mark, which is pretty incredible. Personally, when I've done this workout, and I will actually get to show you me doing this workout with someone who I think is actually fitter than me, and I beat him because my strategy was better. But I'm doing this workout in about 1.5 minutes, 1.75 minutes, something like that. So if you're in that 1 to 5 minute range, then you've probably hit this workout accordingly. And remember, you can always scale down this workout. So if you find yourself breaking through that time cap of that 5 to 7 minute range, you're going way beyond that, then just drop the weights down so that you can move the barbell more effectively and actually get the sprint stimulus that we're after. Next, let's talk about the actual clean and the jerk. Before we even get to the movements, we have to talk about the first and foremost thing. You should be using the hook grip. We have multiple videos on the internet talking about using the hook grip for specific barbell movements. This is one where I would absolutely be taping my thumb and then utilizing the hook grip every time I grab the barbell off the floor. You will notice that as we go through some of these videos, I do release the hook grip when I go overhead, as long as I'm not doing unbroken sets. I will release the hook grip as I get it to my front rack position, but that is a personal preference. The bottom line is every single Olympic weightlifter uses the hook grip because it is a much stronger way to move the bar. So I would suggest using the hook grip for this workout. The only time you wouldn't use the hook grip in this workout is if the barbell is extremely light for you and you don't have any worry about forearm fatigue or grip fatigue. So if the barbell is crazy light for you and you can throw around the RX weights no problem, then you could actually maybe save a second or so without using the hook grip. But for everyone else, use the hook grip. I promise you, it's gonna help you pull the bar with more strength. So for the most part, we will be executing a power clean. Remember, the power clean, the barbell is coming up towards our hips. We jump the weight up to our shoulders, and then I'm going to catch it in a partial dip with the bar in that front rack position. We're not gonna get into the super nitty-gritty details of the clean right now, but the main strategy I want you to approach the barbell, and the main teaching point here is that you should be going into a quick jerk. So when I power clean, I catch the barbell in that partial dip, and then I should immediately go overhead in what I call a power clean and quick jerk. So the quick jerk means I'm not wasting a ton of time standing up, resetting my feet, and then going overhead with the bar. If you need to do that with a significant amount of your reps, then chances are the barbell is way too heavy. So the barbell should be cyclable. You should be able to take it to your shoulders and then from the shoulders go directly overhead with it. If you can't, that's okay. Maybe you're not that comfortable with the bar yet and you do want to leave a second or so to reset. The bottom line is you shouldn't have the bar resting on your shoulders for an extended period of time in between the clean and the jerk. Just make sure that you are able to go from the clean into the jerk as smoothly and efficiently as possible, because if the barbell is sitting on your shoulder for an extended period of time, you're going to get really freaking tired. While you can do things like a muscle clean into a strict press or a power clean into a push press, all of those things are allowed, but for the 99.9% of the people doing this workout, the most efficient and effective way is a power clean into a push jerk. And obviously you want to do that push jerk without having to reset your feet or reset your dip position. So make sure whatever you do, you put the clips on so that the weights stay anchored to the barbell. So what a common tactic that I like to do is I take those traditional spring clips and I flip them around so that it actually clamps itself onto the bar. So the plate will actually be clamped onto the bar. You can try this for yourself. It does work really well for me. Or if you're really worried about it, you can always double up your clips, or the best and most expensive way to do it is to get some really high dollar clips that truly lock onto the sleeve of the bar and don't let the weight slide around at all. Next, let's talk about the plates, especially if you follow the strategy that I'm going to be recommending here in the final part of the video. You need to have plates that are not bouncy. So if you have the option to choose which plates to use, opt for the least bounce version in the gym. So the 0 bounce plates are my preferred choice here. What you don't want to do is drop the plates and have the bar bounce around the gym so you're chasing it around. Or even worse, I've seen some plates where you drop it and then the bar will bounce up at half the height at which it was dropped. So you have like a basketball almost. It's just sitting there and bouncing and bouncing and bouncing. And if that's the case, you have to wait a really long time for the barbell to settle so that you can put your hands back on it and go for the next lift. So the moral of the story here, find the least bouncy plates in your gym, not metal plates. Don't do that. No metal plates. But find the least bouncy, droppable plates in your gym, and that is how you're going to be able to get onto that bar and grip it and rip it sooner without having to wait for that bar to settle or without having it roll around the gym like a crazy person.
If you want access to strategies customized for you, then I'm inviting you to join WODprep Plus. We are releasing WODprep Plus, which is a community for masters athletes to finally get coaching that they deserve. So if you're someone who needs video reviews for your muscle ups, maybe you're someone who wants to be told exactly the strategy you should use for the next open workout, well, you should click the link down below, somewhere down there, in the description or in the top comment, and you can learn more about WODprep Plus. So click subscribe, click the notification bell before all the blood rushes to my head, and most importantly, go check out WODprep Plus, where you can finally get the coaching that you deserve.
All right, the moment is here. It's time to talk strategy. When it comes to Grace, there has been a long debate over whether you should go touch and go or if you should do something like singles. Obviously, it's only 30 reps, so something as simple and as easy as a clean and jerk, why shouldn't we do something like a touch and go? Here you can see me knocking out 5 reps touch and go, and you can see, notice how fast that is. The issue at hand with doing touch and go reps is unless you are an elite CrossFitter, unless you are a super fit human being and can go nearly unbroken for all 30 reps, then you will actually lose time by resting in between sets. So a common thing that happens is they'll do a set of, let's say, 5 reps or even 10 reps. They'll do a big set, they'll drop it, and then they will rest for a really long period of time. So this causes a huge concern and a huge problem, because with all that rest, you might as well have been doing what I recommend, which is singles. Do singles the entire time. So here's a comparison. This is me doing 5 unbroken reps and me doing 5 single reps of the clean and jerk. You'll notice the time difference is not very much. And I can tell you right now, when I was shooting these videos, I was so much more tired after the 5 unbroken reps. My heart rate was elevated, I was breathing heavier, I was way more tired compared to when I was doing the 5 singles. So my strategy whenever I attack Grace, and it's gotten me really good scores, is 30 reps as singles. And I know that sounds crazy, but I challenge you to watch this video. This is a video of me, and I know it's not beautiful, it's not pretty, I just shot it on my phone, I wasn't planning to actually release it, but this is a great case study. This is me with one of my head coaches here at WODprep. He is actually the head of our one-on-one training. He is one of the best coaches that I know, and he's one of the fittest people that I know. And I was actually able to beat him in Grace because I did quick singles for all 30 reps. He instead did bigger sets, and then as you can see, since his sets were so big, he got fatigued, he got burned out, he wasn't able to move the barbell as quickly and effectively, and I think around the 20-ish rep mark, I actually passed him and was able to go through and finish the 30 reps a solid 10 or so plus seconds ahead of him. So the moral of the story here is that while singles don't seem to be faster, they oftentimes, with this many reps, singles will often be the much better choice. You will notice whenever I'm doing these singles, it's really important to drop the bar. You shouldn't have to move your feet around very much. I just reach down, grab the bar, and pick it right back up. You shouldn't be resetting your feet. You shouldn't be doing any sort of shuffling. You shouldn't even really worry too much about where your hands are on the bar. As long as you're centered, as long as the barbell's not flying around, you can do 30 single clean and jerks very effectively. The magic behind this is when I'm doing a clean and jerk unbroken, when I'm doing them touch and go, I have to lower the barbell from the top all the way down to the ground. That's very tiring because I'm literally controlling the bar down with my body as I lean over into that like deadlift negative position. It causes fatigue. So rather than lowering the barbell and having to control it with my body and with my muscles, why not just drop it? So if you have non-bouncy plates, you can literally drop the bar from overhead and then kind of follow it down and be ready. As soon as the barbell settles and stops bouncing, you grab it and you're into your next rep. So I challenge you, the next time you are attacking Grace, as long as it's kosher for your gym, as long as your gym owner doesn't say, hey, I want you to try it unbroken, try to do singles. If you can do quick singles and do them effectively with good, solid form, I have a feeling you will get your best score ever on Grace. The last and final tip that I want to share, this is something that I call the Rich Froning secret. There's a lot of elite level CrossFitters that do this. It is the idea of counting your breaths. So if you're not someone who can do the super quick singles like I was suggesting earlier, perhaps you need to take a breath or two in between each lift. That's fine and that's okay and that's highly recommended. I'd much rather you do that than try to hit a big set and then rest for a minute and then hit a big set and rest for a minute. So the key, the Rich Froning secret, and we actually have a full video on YouTube about this. If you just type in Rich Froning secret WODprep, you'll find it. But the Rich Froning secret is that he counts his breaths in between his lifts. And that's what I'm suggesting that you do. So when you do a clean and jerk and drop the bar, perhaps if you're someone who just wants to control, to throttle your speed a little bit, maybe you can try one breath in between each lift. So that would look something like this. You can see I do the clean and jerk, I take one deep breath, and then I'm right back onto the bar. This is a great strategy, and it's the exact strategy that Rich Froning used when they had to do a double Grace during the CrossFit Games finale a few years back. Now, if one breath is just way too fast, maybe you're not fit enough to get back on the bar that quickly, that's fine. Perhaps 2 breaths, or maybe like I show in this video, something like 3 breaths. So here I clean, I jerk, I drop the bar, and then 1, 2, 3 breaths, and I'm right back on the bar. What's cool is that if you discipline yourself to count your breaths in between each rep, you will stay consistent and you'll accumulate rep after rep. This will almost always beat the person who goes by feel. So often athletes will go by feel. They'll pick up the bar, they'll do like 7 or 8 reps unbroken, and then they'll just sit there and breathe for 5 or 10 seconds. And then they'll pick it up, do another set, maybe not quite as much, and then they'll breathe and recover. So that's kind of an immature way to attack this workout. If you just go purely based off of feel, if you try to say, all right, I think I'm recovered enough, I'm out of breath, but I'm gonna try another set, you're setting yourself up for failure. So what I would say is count your breaths in between each rep. Apply this strategy of doing singles. Remember the quick clean and jerk. So that quick jerk is really key for this workout. Don't use bouncy plates. Follow these strategies and you will get your best score possible on Grace. In the comments below, let me know which one of these strategies you used and what your Grace score was. Obviously, if there's any modifications, anything you did differently, anything you learned, share them in the comments so that everyone else watching this video for the rest of time can learn from you and how you attacked and approached Grace. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you're a master's athlete, we have something called WODprep Plus that is a designated coaching community only for master's athletes. It's where you can get connected with the WODprep coaching team and get direct video feedback. So the bottom line is if you're a master's athlete over the age of 35 and you want to level up your performance, we have an incredible deal going on right now. All you need to do is click the link in the description that says WODprep Plus or click that first comment below about WODprep Plus and it will take you to a page where you can learn more. Next, if you are someone who's just trying to get better at all of these various skills and you're looking for more free training, go to WODprep.com and download the free training material that we have. It doesn't matter whether you're trying to learn how to do clean and jerks or whether you're trying to learn ring muscle ups for the first time or maybe 100 unbroken double unders. We have incredible content for you. And most importantly, we have 8-week training programs that we guarantee will help you achieve those RX skills. So go check those out. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet, because we have so many more benchmark workouts like this that we will be releasing that will help you improve your performance on all of the benchmark workouts. So hit the subscribe button and that notification bell so that you don't miss another video that WODprep releases. Thumbs up if you like the video. Thumbs down if you think I need to stick to fishing or something like that. And I cannot wait to see you in the next video. Remember, leave that comment below and let me know what you applied on your Grace attempt and what your score was. We'd love to hear it, and I will be seeing you in the comments and in my next video. Peace.